Did you know that your birth date is not just a random number? It's not merely a day for celebration or a marker of when you entered the world. Behind it lies a profound secret about your spiritual journey and the lessons you must face in this lifetime. As in Buddhist philosophy, each person has their own path to walk, a path that is shaped not only by circumstances, but also by the karmic forces we carry from past lives. The birth date, with its deep meaning that few realize, serves as a mirror reflecting our karmic energies, helping us understand ourselves and how recurring patterns in life form from deep within. From a Buddhist perspective, karma is not a punishment or a sentence life imposes on us. It is not something we should fear or try to avoid. Instead, it is a natural part of the cycle of rebirth, a mechanism the universe uses to guide our growth and evolution. Each person is born with a mark of karma, a set of tendencies, habits, and lessons that we need to understand and overcome. In a deeper sense, karma is the opportunity for each individual to face and transcend their limitations, moving toward liberation and enlightenment. Understanding your own karmic number is an important step on this journey. This number acts as a spiritual map, helping us recognize the repeating patterns in our lives, from challenges to the gifts we can develop. By understanding this number, we not only gain the chance to see more clearly the causes behind situations in our lives, but also learn how to change them, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. When we seriously reflect on what the karmic number reveals, we will see that everything that happens has meaning, and every repeating pattern can be a lesson that helps us progress. In this video, we will dive deep into the meaning of the karmic number. This is not just a concept, but a valuable tool to help you transform your life in a more positive way. If you've ever wondered why certain behaviors or situations keep repeating in your life, or if you want to understand how numbers can offer deeper insights into your spiritual path, this video is for you. Let's explore and understand the meaning of the karmic number, and who knows, it might be the first step in freeing you from repetitive cycles, leading you toward a more peaceful and meaningful life. Karma is a profound concept in Buddhism, and it goes far beyond the simple definition of cause and effect that many people often understand. In Buddhism, karma is not just the result of our actions, but a complex and long-term accumulation of energies and intentions within us. Karma consists of the marks we leave on our soul and mind across many lifetimes, a stream of energy that influences every decision and experience we encounter in our present life. In Buddhist thought, karma is formed not only through visible actions but also through thoughts, words, and emotions. Every positive or negative thought we hold in our mind, every kind word or harsh word we speak, and every feeling of love or hatred we nurture all contribute to the creation of karma. Like a small seed sprouting and growing into a tree, these positive or negative energies gradually become tendencies or patterns of action, strongly influencing how we perceive the world and react to situations in life. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the debt or blessing we may receive in the future. It's important to understand that karma is not a system of punishment. There is no supreme being above who decides who will be punished or rewarded. Instead, we are the ones who create our own karma. The intention and motivation behind our actions are the most important factors. If someone does good deeds out of genuine compassion, they create good karma, an energy that nurtures happiness and peace. On the other hand, if an action is carried out with selfish or harmful intentions, even if the action does not have an immediate effect, negative energy will accumulate and become a karmic burden that must be resolved in the future. Therefore, karma can be likened to a continuous flow passing through many lifetimes and forming a chain that connects our experiences. The accumulation of thoughts, words, actions, and emotions not only creates individual karma, but also influences collective karma, such as that of families, communities, and even the world. When a person chooses to act with compassion, love, and tolerance, they not only create good karma for themselves, but also help spread peace and happiness to those around them. For this reason, in order to understand our own karmic obstacles, we need to look deeply into the true intentions and emotions that drive us to act. This is a process of self-awareness where we must courageously face the darker parts of ourselves, the aspects we sometimes deliberately forget or avoid. Instead of blaming circumstances or pointing fingers at others, understanding karma helps us realize that we are the ones in control and that we can change our path. In Buddhism, karma is not a punishment imposed by the universe. Rather, it can be seen as an invitation, a reminder to embark on a journey of transformation and spiritual growth. Like a strict teacher, karma presents challenges not to disappoint or cause suffering, but to force us to confront the unfinished parts within ourselves. It encourages us to look deeply into the negative habits, thoughts, and emotions that have accumulated over many lifetimes, or even in this life, giving us the opportunity to understand ourselves more clearly. In every challenge, karma brings forth important lessons. Sometimes, it's a reminder for us to learn forgiveness, love, or patience. Other times, it awakens us to compassion or gratitude. By confronting and transforming these negative patterns, we not only overcome present difficulties, but also free ourselves from the repetitive cycles that have trapped us for so long. When we courageously face our karma and accept it as an inevitable part of life, we gradually enter a journey of spiritual evolution, becoming wiser and more at peace. Let's imagine the story of Isabella, a woman living in New York, USA. Throughout her life, Isabella faced many difficulties in her romantic relationships. Every time she started a new relationship, she was full of hope, believing she had found the right person. But after a while, these relationships always fell into patterns of misunderstanding, conflict, and eventually separation. In pain and disappointment, Isabella began to believe that fate was against her. She constantly wondered why these patterns kept repeating with no way to escape. Then, one day, Isabella accidentally attended a meditation session led by a Buddhist teacher. During the session, she heard teachings about karma and how the positive or negative energy from our actions, thoughts, and emotions returns to us in various forms. The teacher said that every challenge in life has meaning and is an opportunity for us to look deeply into ourselves. This was the moment when Isabella began to wonder if the issues in her relationships could be karmic obstacles that required her understanding and transformation. From that point, Isabella began the process of self-reflection. She realized that she often felt anxious, doubtful, and always craved control in her relationships. These behaviors not only put pressure on her partners, but also made her feel insecure. She started meditating daily, journaling to analyze her negative emotions, and practicing self-compassion. Each day, She learned to let go, accept, and love herself more, no longer depending on others' validation. Gradually, Isabella noticed a significant change in herself. She no longer clung to relationships to find happiness, but instead discovered inner peace. She understood that the karma in her relationships was not a punishment, but a lesson that helped her grow and free herself from the attachments of the past. Through her own story, Isabella learned that karma is a teacher that leads us to self-awareness and peace, and that everyone can overcome repetitive patterns in life by facing them and transforming them into opportunities for self-growth. To explore your own karmic number, we will go through a simple but effective method based on your birth date. Each birth date contains a special code that not only helps define who you are, but also offers profound messages about the lessons and challenges in your life. This method will help you calculate your karmic number and understand its significance for your personal spiritual journey. To begin, we will need your birth date, day, month, and year. The process involves adding up the digits in your birth date until we get a single-digit number. This number will be your karmic number, representing the lessons you need to learn in this lifetime. Now, let's walk through each step to ensure you can calculate your number on your own. Suppose you were born on July 15, 1990. First, we will break this date into 3 parts: day, month, and year. Let's start with the day. Here it's the 15th. To reduce this to a single digit, you add the 2 digits together. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Since the result is already a single digit, we keep 6. Next, for the month, since it's July, which corresponds to the number 7, no further reduction is needed. We keep the number 7 as is for the next calculation. Next, we move to the year 1990. To calculate this, we add the digits of the year together. 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 equals 19. Since 19 is still a 2-digit number, we reduce it further. Add 1 plus 9 equals 10, and to simplify it further, add 1 plus 0 equals 1. So, the number for the year is 1. Now that we have the numbers for each part, 6 for the day, 7 for the month, and 1 for the year, we add them all together to get the final number. Add 6 plus 7 plus 1 equals 14. Since 14 is still a 2-digit number, we reduce it again. 1 plus 4 equals 5. The final result is 5, which is your karmic number. This calculation process gives you a unique karmic number between 1 and 9, and each number represents different lessons, challenges, and opportunities you may encounter in life. Once you've determined your karmic number, write it down for reference in the upcoming sections of the video. By understanding this number, you will have the opportunity to explore hidden patterns in your life and gain deeper insight into your spiritual growth. Take a moment to calculate your karmic number, and if needed, you can repeat the process to ensure accuracy. This is the first step to help you understand yourself better and the lessons life has set for you. The number 1 symbolizes self-exploration and leadership. People with the number 1 often have a strong pioneering spirit and always want to make a difference in life. A good example is Michael, a young entrepreneur from San Francisco who has always longed to build his own company. Michael has natural leadership talent, but he often struggles with his team because he values his own opinions too highly and rarely listens to others. Through early failures, Michael came to realize that a true leader is not just someone who directs, but also someone who respects and encourages their team. He began to listen to others, value everyone's contributions, and as a result, his company thrived. This journey taught Michael that to succeed, he needed to balance his self-confidence with respect for others. The number 2 represents cooperation and harmony. Those with this number are often empathetic and tend to act as bridges between people. Jennifer, a teacher in Chicago, is a clear example. She has an innate ability to sense her students' emotions through their eyes or gestures. However, Jennifer often struggles to express her own needs because she fears she might upset others. This sometimes leaves her feeling exhausted and unable to fully be herself. After engaging in some meditation practices and self-reflection, Jennifer gradually learned to express her emotions and needs gently and sincerely, without hurting anyone. In doing so, she found harmony both in her relationships with others and with herself, all while maintaining her natural empathy. The number 3 represents creative expression and communication. People with the number 3 often have many creative ideas and enjoy sharing them with the world. David, a young designer from New York, is always bursting with ideas but struggles to maintain consistency and complete large projects. He often starts a project with great passion but loses interest quickly. After multiple failures, David realized that creativity is not just about ideas. It's also about commitment to bringing them to fruition. He began to create detailed plans for each project and worked steadily, step by step. Through this process, David learned that creativity becomes more powerful and meaningful when combined with patience and determination. The number 4 is associated with stability and a building mindset. People with this number are often meticulous and like to make detailed plans. Susan, a construction engineer in Texas, is known for her precision and steadfastness. However, her rigid personality sometimes makes it difficult for her to handle unexpected changes at work. One time, when an important project had to be completely redesigned due to weather conditions, Susan felt stressed and anxious. Thanks to the guidance of a close colleague, Susan gradually understood that in order to build something sustainable, she needed to learn to be flexible and accept things beyond her control. From that point on, Susan became more open to change, which helped her succeed more in her work and maintain balance in her life. The number 5 symbolizes freedom and adventure. People with this number often enjoy exploring and embracing change. Tom, a freelance reporter living in Los Angeles, is always eager to experience new things and frequently changes jobs in search of new challenges. However, this habit sometimes leads him to become impatient and struggle with financial stability. After a long conversation with a close friend, Tom realized that true freedom isn't about constant change, but rather the ability to take control and create stability in any situation. He decided to pursue a more stable job, and instead of switching careers frequently, he began seeking adventure through short trips and outdoor activities. This balance allowed Tom to harmonize his desire for freedom with his sense of responsibility, and he learned to fully enjoy his life's experiences. The number 6 represents love and responsibility. People with this number are often compassionate and willing to care for others selflessly. A prime example is Emma, a nurse living in Seattle. She doesn't hesitate to spend hours caring for patients, even outside of her working hours, ensuring that everyone receives the best care. However, this dedication gradually left Emma feeling exhausted, and she came to realize that no matter how much love she had for others, she also needed to take care of herself. After dedicating time to meditation and learning about balance, Emma learned to set boundaries, take time to rest, and care for her own well-being. In doing so, she was able to continue caring for others more sustainably. Through Emma's story, the lesson of the number 6 is clear. It's important to love and care for yourself first before extending that care to others. The number 7 represents the pursuit of knowledge and truth. People with this number are often deeply intellectual, always eager to explore and discover unknown aspects of the world and themselves. John, a philosophy professor in Boston, is a perfect example. He spends most of his time reading books and attending academic conferences, always seeking a deeper understanding of life. However, at times, he becomes so absorbed in the world of knowledge that he distances himself from real focusing on real-life experiences, even neglecting close relationships around him. After attending a meditation retreat, John realized that truth is not just found in books, but also in the interactions and real-life experiences we encounter. From then on, he began dedicating time to engage with people and learn from daily life, which helped him expand his knowledge while deepening his understanding of compassion and human connection. For those with the number 7, the lesson is about balancing intellectual pursuits with practical experiences to achieve complete enlightenment. The number 8 represents power and material success. People with this number often have leadership qualities and a strong desire to build and achieve great accomplishments. Rachel, a CFO in Houston, is known for her strong will and determination to elevate her company to the top. Success brought her power and admiration, but it also causes her to become rigid, focusing only on results and forgetting the true meaning of her work. Through a charity event her company participated in, Rachel realized that power has greater meaning when it is used to help others and spread positive values in the community. From that point on, Rachel began to incorporate compassion into her decision-making, creating a work environment that was both human-centered and meaningful. The number 8 reminds us that true strength and success are not about building the self, but about building a happy and thriving community. The number 9 represents love and idealism, aiming to make the world a better place. Mark, a social activist in Los Angeles, is driven by high ideals and is always ready to fight for justice and equality. However, Mark often feels frustrated when the world does not live up to his expectations, which sometimes leads him to lose motivation. After several deep conversations with a close friend, Mark realized that rather than trying to change everything to fit his vision, he could create positive impact step by step, accepting that there are limits to what he can control. From then on, he embraced reality more openly and found joy in small but meaningful changes. The number 9 teaches us that while ideals are valuable, we must also learn to accept reality and make sustainable, real changes, finding peace and happiness in the process. The lessons from each of these numbers are not just for specific individuals, but can serve as inspiration for everyone. Number 6 reminds us to love and care for ourselves before extending that love to others. Number 7 encourages us to seek knowledge while also living and experiencing life in order to achieve complete enlightenment. Number 8 emphasizes that true success comes when it is accompanied by compassion and social responsibility. Number 9 teaches that ideals are precious, but we must learn to accept reality and create sustainable change. Each number carries a valuable lesson, and when we understand and apply these lessons in our lives, we can grow and move closer to true peace and happiness. Spiritual practices play a vital role in the process of transforming karma. Through methods like meditation, journaling, and acts of compassion, we can gradually free ourselves from the burdens of the past and move toward a more balanced and peaceful life. These practices not only help us gain a deeper understanding of our thought patterns and behaviors, but they also provide a way to transform negative energy into insight, compassion, and inner freedom. Rather than allowing karma to control and limit us, spiritual practices give us the power to recognize and change harmful habits and emotions, laying the foundation for a peaceful and awakened life. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to cleanse karma. When we meditate, we create a space of stillness in our minds, allowing us to look deeply into the emotions and thoughts that we might usually overlook. To begin, you simply need to sit quietly in a calm space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, don't try to push them away, but simply observe them objectively, without judgment. Over time, you will begin to recognize recurring patterns in your thoughts and emotions, patterns that create karma. Meditation not only calms the mind, but it also helps to release negative energy, allowing you to confront your karma and transform it into peace. Journaling is also a powerful tool for recognizing and transforming karmic obstacles. By writing down our thoughts and emotions daily, we have the opportunity to reflect on our reactions and notice the patterns that are guiding our lives. Journaling helps us become more aware of how events, situations, or people trigger both negative and positive emotions. Take a little time each day to record what happens and how you feel about it, as well as analyze your responses. Over time, you'll begin to recognize karmic patterns, such as anger, envy, or anxiety. Through journaling, you can adjust and change how you face situations in the future, turning negative emotions into opportunities for growth and learning. Forgiveness and releasing negative emotions are crucial steps in freeing ourselves from karmic burdens. When we hold on to resentment or hurt, we create a cycle of suffering, and karmic obstacles continue to accumulate. Forgiveness doesn't mean accepting or justifying someone else's wrong actions, but rather it is an act of releasing ourselves from emotional weight. Forgiveness allows us to let go of the past and stop it from affecting our present happiness. One way to practice forgiveness is by using the Hawaiian practice of ho'oponopono, repeating the phrases, "I'm sorry," "Please forgive me," "I love you," "Thank you." This phrase serves as a reminder that no matter what has happened, we can still let go and find freedom in our hearts. Take the story of Linda, a woman from Boston, as an example. Linda had been through a painful relationship in the past, and the hurt from that experience caused her to harbor resentment and anxiety, affecting all her current relationships. She began practicing daily meditation and journaling, noting her emotions when she struggled to trust others. Through this process, Linda gradually realized that she had been unconsciously carrying the pain from the past into her present life, preventing herself from opening up to new love and happiness. Once she realized this, Linda began practicing forgiveness. She not only forgave the person who had hurt her, but also forgave herself for carrying negative emotions. Every day, she repeated the Ho'oponopono practice, sending apologies and love to herself and the people who had been part of her life. Gradually, Linda felt lighter, as if the burdens had been lifted. As a result, she opened her heart to new love and began living with more peace and balance. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and forgiveness are not only tools for cleansing karmic obstacles, but also ways to connect with ourselves on a deeper level. With regular practice, these methods can help you create inner transformation, making life more meaningful and peaceful. Set aside time each day to practice, and you'll see that the process of transforming karmic obstacles is also a journey of transforming yourself. Ultimately, the number of karmic obstacles is not just a number, but a key to unlocking deep insights into ourselves and the journey we are going through. By understanding this number, you can identify underlying patterns in your life, recurring challenges and opportunities for personal growth and self-improvement. As we've shared through stories and examples, each number represents a valuable lesson, from love and wisdom to compassion and responsibility. When you understand your number and its meaning, you can transform challenges into strengths and find deeper meaning in every experience. The final advice is to use this knowledge to live a more purposeful and awakened life. By understanding the lessons from your karmic number, you can steer your life in a positive direction, avoid mistakes, and enjoy more moments of peace and serenity. Life is not just about what happens to you, but how you face everything that comes your way. With an understanding of karmic obstacles, you will see that every difficulty is an opportunity, and every challenge a lesson. We would love to hear about your karmic number. Please share your number in the comments below and tell us about any experiences you feel are connected to that number. This is an opportunity for you to connect with others on the same journey, creating a strong community where people can share, support, and learn from each other. And if you found this content helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss upcoming videos, where we will continue to explore profound and insightful knowledge about life and spirituality. Remember, the journey of transformation is a long path, and awakening requires patience and dedication, but with each step, you'll notice yourself getting closer to peace and the truth of who you are. Thank you for walking this path with us, and we wish you peace and joy on this journey.